forego I think I put 6 o'clock on there. But we're going to forego the 6 o'clock start time and go now because I feel like it. I missed the 5 o'clock start time. For some reason, when you want to go public at a different time, you have to choose an hour, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For some reason, I haven't figured out how to go at 5:30, 6:30, 6:45. Maybe someone will explain that to me later, but I don't really care now. So I got the different glasses on, so I don't have to tilt my head back so far when I want to read the screen if anyone comes on there. Again, it's weekend review, as we've done in the past. And my other glasses are quite dirty. Sitting outside is absolutely a gorgeous day. I couldn't ask for a better day. I always said there's like 14 perfect days out of 365 days. And today happens to be one of them. I've been trying to enjoy it. Getting a little sun without overdoing it. Sweating to death. That sort of thing. But it was enjoyable while I was out there. And now I'm just got done eating. Cooked out again. It was good. Burgers on the grill as Sunday tradition. So that was good. And now it's time for an exciting week in review. I don't have anything planned. I never do. I just talk, whatever comes into my head. And I think the most recent week in review that the country seems to be quite obsessed with is the manhunt in Tennessee, or Kentucky. Could be Tennessee by now, as far as that guy has maybe gotten. It's either, hell, he could be in Mexico by now, as far as I know. A little bit of noise in the background. It's been pretty peaceful out here most of the day. I think we've got some neighbors moving in. This is I am not figuring out my volume here. I don't want to give away free advertising for whatever the hell that is. Spotify. But here we have some new neighbors moving in. That's the only house in the neighborhood that's a full-time rental. There's one across the street, but this one seems to be the one that they move in and out of the most. So I happen to be slipping in here. We'll see how it works out having them as neighbors. I assume that's who they are, unless they just want to put furniture in there for no reason. So I haven't been paying attention to the highlights. Of course, we got the old president. Well, next week we've got. Hey there, Smoked Cowboy. I've seen you before. No, I'm not cooking spaghetti. Cooked out on the grill. It's already over with. Did it ahead of time so I can get on here and ramble my mouth. Good seeing you on here. I recognize you. We do have the presidential debate coming up on Tuesday, as my grandpa would say. God rest his soul. And that should be exciting. So, baked beans and cornbread. I've cooked. We've had baked beans with burgers before. We didn't have it. We just had macaroni and cheese and potato salad, I think, or something. Macaroni salad. I don't know. I didn't have any of it. So back to current events. The manhunt for the shooter. I don't know his name. Doesn't really matter. He shot people on the interstate and fled into the woods. And when I heard them talking about it earlier today, they were talking about how it was in the middle of nowhere, like it was in northern Canada or something like that. Or, yeah. Oh, it's he'll be found. If he hasn't already found, he could be found already, as far as I know. I haven't been paying attention to it that much. I'm doing week in review, and I'm not even paying attention to it. I know this is the big first week of the football season, and unfortunately, I don't watch a lot of football, so I couldn't tell you that. I know that since where I'm at, I know the Bears are playing sometime. I know the Colts lost already in a looked like a squeaker, so I guess we'll. I don't know what the Bears. I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know when the Bears are playing. Well, that didn't work out. I was gonna see. Maybe somebody knows. Doubt it. I suppose if the Bears are playing now, you're probably watching them. A bourbon chop. You want to watch the playoffs? Do I enjoy orange Gatorade? No, I don't drink Gatorade. If I did, I suppose it would be good. You only watch the playoffs? Yeah. That's what I was telling somebody. Tell most people. They asked me, do you watch football? Just asked me that yesterday. And I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I watch them when the playoffs happen. I'm a fair weather fan. I don't watch all the playoffs. If the Bears, say football, the Bears in it, I'll watch the playoffs. Cubs, Sox, Bulls, possibly. I'll watch the playoffs, or at least pay a lot more, closer attention to it. It's funny, I don't even know when the Bears are playing. I assume today. Smoked, I'm sure you've been on here before, and I think you may have asked me if I like chocolate milk. No, I don't. Lorelei Snow. I think you may have been on here too, so hello to you, Lorelei Snow _Snow. Smoke out, you're always here. Are you always on my... Yeah, I know, I'm cooking damn burgers. Like them. I cook them just right. It's a nice way to end the old weekend before you have to go into the old grinding stone or the old something. No, it's the grindstone. The old chopping block. No, that's not it. Smoked meatloaf. I don't want to spend that much time doing that. I'd have to make that from scratch. Smoked meatloaf. Yeah, the salt mines. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. The salt mines. It's off back to the salt mines for another day of work. Another day, another dollar. I never have enough. You guys are talking on here, but it's saying that no one's watching, so I don't know how that happens. I don't drink beer, I sip it. Well, I don't, because I don't want to have to keep leaving to get more beers. I don't want to sit here and chug her down. Normally I chug it, so I'm sipping. Reminds me of a scene that my brother always sends me from I don't know what the hell the show is. Damn it. It's Minnesota, old timey. I can't think of it. Ooh, is he sipping? Oh, he's sipping. Or is he sipping it? Can't think of it. Yeah, I could do that, but I don't know if I want to. I could talk smack to my neighbors, but none of them are around. We're blocked out from them. I can see them. And the new neighbors, I guess I could do it. They'd go, oh man, this may have been a mistake. I shouldn't move in this neighborhood. This guy's gonna sit in his backyard and talk to his phone. That's already bad enough. It's a bumblebee on the lavender. If you haven't seen any of my, no, hot chicks aren't coming over. If you haven't seen any of my shorts, but the only thing I got left is my lavender. Everything else is kind of pooping out on me. But it's a bumblebee on it right now. What is with all these commercials on here now? Didn't have one single commercial on there. It hits 5 o'clock CST. It's commercial haven. Anyway, check out those Shorts, they're fun. Butterflies and music for everyone. No, I don't smoke. I don't know where he went. I lost him a couple weeks ago. He either got chewed up in somebody's lawnmower, got smart and got away from me. Looked for a new place to live. Got eaten by a raccoon or a possum or even a coyote because they like to come into the neighborhood. I doubt a cat did it. We've got plenty of cats around, but I doubt they did it. But you never know. Could have been. Telling you, it's a great day. I hope it's a great day where you're at. Wherever you are. Smoke Cowboy. I don't know where you're at. Could be dark there. Could be cold. Could be night. It's getting breezy now. That's a lot of commercials. Got my George Harrison Spotify playlist. If you want to check that out, search me out. You'll find all my playlists. Yeah, he was probably too Laura lie. He was probably too young for that. He was just turning brown. I caught him when he was he was really lime green. He was cute. At that, his tiny little head was turning. But he was turning brown when I last saw him. And then I kind of saw him a little bit. I didn't do a live, and I saw him slightly. He seemed to always come out when I was doing lives, which was funny. And then I had to cut down the coneflowers he was on because they were falling over. They were dead. And this one of the last storms we had took those down, so I had to get rid of them. So, but he wasn't on there then, and I didn't scoop him out with the debris and throw him in the garbage. Or throw him in the pile. I didn't. So I don't know where he went. Sometimes he show up on the side of the house. They tend to go to the west side of our house. If they do, and I've looked over there and I can't find them. So smoked. Yeah, saw some movement over there. I thought maybe it was him. So you drank 9 beers this morning, ate lunch, and took a nap. That's an accomplishment. So what are you doing now? Watching me? Are you drinking beers now? The flies are definitely picking up. They're like, yeah, we know you cooked out. Where the hell's your food at? Where's your old dirty ass plate at? So I can walk around or play around on that. Thinking about brewing some coffee. So are you going in reverse? Is your day consist of you going in reverse? So you get up and then you drink like a whole bunch of beer. So you're sober. Then you drink a whole bunch of beer. And how's that work? Maybe you just wake up drunk and you drink beer and go in reverse. And then you eat and then you go to work. And then you go into the shower and then you get dirty and then you drink coffee, or do you do that after your shower? So it's 18:30 military time, so it's 6:30, so you're East Coast. I thought you were, but I don't remember exactly. So you're so if it's 6:30 and so you're probably getting ready to take a shower. Drink Maxwell House Morning Boost. Is that something? Yeah, maybe I've seen that. You like showering before bed? Yeah. Makes you feel better. Makes you sleep better. I know that. There's people lurking around over there. They brought a dining table and they just put it in the backyard. They just left it. Some dining room chairs. Maybe they're not moving in. Maybe they just want to sit on a dining room table in a random backyard. It's kind of scary. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, sometimes taking, yeah, makes you, gets rid of the worries and the frustrations of the day to take a shower in the evening and go off to sleep without a care in the world, except for Christine. Dang, the breeze is in me. It's a little cold. The birds are chattering. Boy, look at the. It's almost like, what's that? Pearlescent on my glasses. You can try to pick out what's in front of me. It's a couple of vehicles. Yeah. But sometimes it is. Sometimes it does make you feel better. Yep. Yep. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not going to tell you. Doesn't really matter. But yep, that's what it is. Possibly. I'll give you something to do later. You can stop it and go. It's going to be a pretty decent week here in the old Central Illinois. Going to be mid 80s. Right now, this morning it was brr. Yesterday it was only in the high 60s. But can't complain. I love this weather. Kind of wish it'd stay like this. I'd even take it year round. Of course, if we had this weather year round, we'd have about 40 million people living here, possibly. That would be scary. But it's going to be tripping. Gonna be doing a little road tripping here coming up the next week. It'll be fun. I probably will pop on sometime somewhere for a live for anybody that's interested. I know I don't have a lot of people on here, but it doesn't matter to me. I talk to myself a lot, so I might as well talk to a few people. And I will, like I said, I might be popping in there, depending on if the time is right. Location's interesting. I feel like it. I've done something useful, learned something, whatever. Maybe none of that. You never know. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Be coming up probably about this time next week, I think. About when we're going to start. So we'll see. Could be interesting. What else is going on in the old US of A, in the world? And I'm not going to talk about the only lives you've seen them in my backyard. Yeah. Could remove the screen behind me. Can't really see anything. See that dingy fence needs to be power washed. The flowers. I guess I could do it in front of a different backdrop. I could turn back that way, but this is where my chair's at, so. I like doing it. I like doing them outside. I could do them on StreamYard in my house. Yeah. When you're on your phone, you can only do StreamYard if you join somebody. But if I want to do StreamYard, then you'd have to subscribe to my channel, which I assume that you are. And then you could get on there. But I don't really want to do that because I don't want to sit. I like sitting outside, so. Yep. Yeah. There's where some of the cone flowers I had to cut down. And that's the black-eyed Susan I had to cut down, unfortunately. And if we go this way, some of my ryegrass, and I don't want to go any farther because I can't. You'll see my garbage can, but I don't want to skirt my camera. Boop, there we go. Give you a little bit more of the old dingy fence and the neighbor. That's not my fence; it's theirs. They didn't put it in. The people that were there before did. This is maybe I should change my back drive, especially this time of day. Just make sure that the garbage cans aren't in the. I try to close them off. Maybe if I have that little backdrop, the way the sun's hitting the grass, that would look nice. Maybe, but I don't think you turn on that. Turn it on a live to see backdrops. Oh yeah, grilled cheese. What are your thoughts on grilled cheese and tomato soup? It's the ultimate go-to. Get you grilled cheese and tomato soup, and you're set. I don't care if you can have that 365 days a year. But it's best when it's cold and rainy and you're tired and you've been to work all day and you're driving home and you're grumpy. And you just make some grilled cheese and tomato soup and everything's good. Toast, do I like toast, butter, and are you going to ask me about every food? Yeah, toast, butter, and jelly's fine. But when you butter your toast and you put jelly on it, then the jelly just kind of slides around. It's harder to eat. So that's not real fun. But I guess if you have you could dump the jelly on there and then you'd be fine. Man, it's getting cool quick. Didn't think I was going to get that cool off that quick. No, I did. Maybe if I put up the wall, it wouldn't be that way. There must be a cat over there because the squirrels are really chattering. Yeah, must be a cat over there. I did see a black cat go through there, which is new to the neighborhood. We have a cat that's showed up in our neighborhood, taking care of it. He's becoming a little bit more friendly. He was just sitting here a little bit ago. He came up and then he ran away, but then he came up and was sitting here, but then he disappeared on me. He must have went around the front. Got a little house for him for when it gets cold. Hopefully he takes advantage of it because I think he was dumped somewhere near here and he figured out to come over here because he probably sensed that we have cats, so end up here. Dr. Pepper. I used to drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. I used to drink cherry Dr. Pepper until I decided I'd give it up because it was too much. My squirrels P.O.'d. Kitty cat must be really close because he's getting really vocal. But yes, I do like Dr. Pepper, even though I haven't had it in a while. I'm thinking about doing I don't, I don't know who's who on here, so I don't know who. That's the problem with my channel. I do different things on here, so I don't have a fixed, catalog. I've got a variety of different things on there, so I don't know who watches me just out of general, watches me for Delphi, the Delphi murders, which I'm not a true crime channel, but I have interest in that because of location, like I said. I don't know. I don't know if people watch me because of travel videos, which I really like doing. I wish I could do more of them. The Beatles, which I'm a huge fan, always have been. Do a little bit of other music, somewhat, maybe. So I don't know what to talk about necessarily on a live other than general stuff because I don't want to get fixed on something, because if you come on here and you watch my live and you're thinking, what the hell is he talking about? Why is he talking about the Beatles? What the hell is Delphi? So I just come on here and jibber as much as I can. Kind of wish you had a Mountain Dew. Well, then go get one. Got a pop machine around by you? How much is a pop out of a pop machine now? Whoop. Inspecting the house. The new tenants, possible new tenants, are inspecting the grounds around the house. Anyway, so back to you, Smoked. Do you have a pop machine around you? And is that pop machine have Mountain Dew in it? And is it more or less than $2. Oh, well, see, there you go. I drank a Pepsi. I've been drinking them more, and I never was a Pepsi fan, but I started drinking them at work, and they hit the spot. So, so you have to go to the gas station to get one. So so Laurel, you did find me through Delphi. Flexible. These days I could do Delphi in all my spare time, but it would be too, yeah. There is so much Delphi. There are so many people that are much, whoa, where'd I go? There's so many people that are much better at that. I mean, I have interest in it, but I don't want to make a career at it because there's more going on than that, obviously. And like I said, I think there's many more YouTubers that are much better at handling that particular case than I am. I have a passing, somewhat vested interest in it. I like to see the outcome. But I think others do much better at their details. That training is really annoying. Details oriented when it comes to certain things involving the case, including reading transcripts and full discussions on the case, etc., etc. So, you forgot exactly how, what? I'm not sure. Probably something I said, but I was yammering, so who knows? Oh, man. Whew. Okay, apparently the cat's back. Probably when the dudes came around there to inspect the foundation for some reason. I think they should be more concerned about what's coming out from behind the wall, but anyway. So apparently the cat skedaddled, came back, and now the squirrels are really chattering again, so I don't know. If I had a hammock, I'd probably be, and it would be YouTube Live, dude sleeps in a hammock. Watch it. I always wonder how well these lives work when I sit in the backyard. I don't rewatch them because I don't want to watch myself, so I don't know if they are fuzzy or what, blurry, cut out, that sort of thing. So I don't know. This was another impromptu, which they always are. I think someday I am going to actually put my nose to the grindstone to come all the way around again and do an actual live with meaning, with a purpose. Or at least I believe that that's what I'm going to do. And talk on a particular topic that I want to discuss. So, that may happen. And yet, probably won't happen. But you never know. At least I'll start out with cue cards. Now we're going to talk about this. And blah 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 blah. Uh-oh, Brandon got bored and went off topic and just decided to talk about crap that doesn't make sense, because that's what he does. He just jibba jabba, and then you go from there, and then I go from there, and then we'll go from there. No, it looks okay. I mean, you could probably do more of a backdrop, but I usually listen versus watch. Oh, God. Good, then you're not looking at my face. Watching bugs go up my nose, which they're trained to do for some reason. They're like, oh man, it's getting cold out here. We need a cave to go in. Let's go in that dude's nose. And the more I sit out here and the later it gets, the more my nose plugs up and I sound different. They're like, well, I had him on at the beginning. He sounded normal. Now he sounds like he's had his nose broke and he has a cold at the same time. Birds are flying. Okay. wonder what else. What else? What else is happening? Do I listen to Kid Rock? That's a good one. No, I've heard Kid Rock songs. I like the one he did with Sheryl Crow. And the Babbity Boobity one, that was okay, but I don't know what the hell one was called, but I did like the one with Sheryl Crow. I suppose that's not really considered a Kid Rock song. Must be. They must have built a drag strip overnight because there's a lot of dragging going on. I was not aware that they got a permit to put a drag strip in town, but apparently they did, and they did it really fast. Because every time I have an idea, then US 30 drag strip happens. Or I get distracted by a bumblebee. The white butterflies never came back. Do you like pizza? Are you just throwing out random topics? Which, yes, I like pizza. Who doesn't like pizza? I like almost any kind of pizza. You throw pizza in front of me, especially if it's free, I'm going to eat it. Whew. Man, that's a cold one. It's going to be cold tonight. Like an old person. It's getting drafty. Yes, I like pizza. I prefer pepperoni, like green olives. I prefer pepperoni the most. Hey Shane, how you doing? Good to see you on here. It's been a wonderful time. I've been talking jibber jabber like I usually do. I was trying to figure out who was on here. Found out that one of the few people on here that found me through Delphi, and you probably did the same thing. Smoked Cowboy is now asking me if I like Mexican food or Chinese food. As I told my grandma once, Chinese food sucks. So Mexican food. If it's between Mexican food and Chinese food, it's Mexican food. For the win! The only Chinese food I've ever had is noodles and rice, if you consider that Chinese food. I tried to eat an egg roll once and it was gross. So Shane, you like Chinese food? Well, that's good. To each his own. I just never been a fan of China. Maybe I should get. Maybe we have a Chinese buffet here in town, so maybe I should. Maybe I should go there. People said it's fine. I was always kind of freaked out by it because when they put their sign up, they put their letters too close together, so it always freaked me out. So Chinese in Ireland is lovely. So they you so Chinese food is better in Ireland. Pan Express isn't that like a franchise or a fast food place? I know they have one up in Kankakee, which is about 30 miles from here. I've never been to Panda Express. I thought maybe they'd. No. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do a dad joke and say I thought they had pandas in there. So, must be a joke there somewhere. Yeah, Chinese food. So, you Chinese, yeah, I don't know if you have Chinese in Ireland. There's a lot of activity in my driveway now. Italian food versus American food. Like straight Italian food or like American Italian food? American food, but I like Italian food too. I have to go with American food because me American. I don't know. I eat the lamest food, so I eat the easiest food that there is, which is probably American food. Like you brought that up before with the grilled cheese and tomato soup. Take that all day long over other food. Hell yeah. Hey Shane, if you're on here, Jinx never showed up. So She's so, I'm sure she's probably on some other chat. She's in high demand, so. And I haven't had any trouble. Nobody's really been on here but my regulars. Ice cold water versus room temp. I think cold water is better. Ice cold water, room temp. If I'm drinking it, ice. If I'm in it, I guess I'd have to choose room temp. Prefer it to be hot, but like a hot tub. I mean, not hot tub. Or a pool. If I'm hot, I go in the pool. This is sleeping weather. This is the weather where they say, you go to bed. This is the weather where you leave your windows open at night until somebody crawls in them. Yeah, I saw that Rick, that Snay was going to be on. I do follow his channel, but I don't really necessarily watch his videos. Probably a lot of people subscribe to my channel that don't watch my videos, but I know he disappeared and he's all over the place. He's an, I guess you could say he's an interesting individual. So we'll leave it at that. He's quite the showman. He's a better showman than I am, or at least he was. Oh, Rick Snay. I had somebody accused me of being a Rick Snay aficionado, or I will just leave it at aficionado. I didn't even know who the guy was at the time. They kept going after me like, ah, you're on Rick Snay's. You were talking this. You were, yeah. And I'm like, I don't even know who Rick Snay is. I was a loyal member of Rick's, but I can't anymore. He's too pro Rick Allen, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Rick Allen. I'm going to say Richard Allen. Richard Allen. I just said that. I've said that on a few chats recently. We're going into Delphi. I said that on a few chats recently. I don't understand why we have to use the initials because I don't want to. So I'm just going to say Richard Allen, Rick Allen, whatever. So if anybody comes on mine and we happen to be talking about Delphi, you don't have to put RA, you can put Richard Allen or Rick Allen because I don't care. Unless he's going to plan on suing me later. But probably not going to do that because he's not going to have a leg to stand on. If anyone thinks he's guilty or innocent, I don't care, but it's all about delivery, be responsible. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I don't care if people think he's innocent or think he's guilty. I believe that he's guilty of something involved in that. You'll doubt he'll sue me. He's probably got a lot of people to sue, especially if he tries to go into civil trials. You know, I said that on maybe I didn't say it on a live in the comment section, that I did say one thing that I still think that they probably should have went after to guarantee a conviction if it went to trial, that they should do second degree murder because it's always easier to convict Tiny Moss. It's always easier to convict on second degree or manslaughter than it is first degree. You have to with first degree it's very tricky because you have to prove that the person set out purposely to kill someone. And I'm not saying that he didn't set out to do that, but it's just more than likely what he did. But his second degree was accidental, or at least as a result of a botched kidnapping or what have you, and resulted in the deaths of two people. That's second degree. Third degree is manslaughter, where it was just completely an accident. It was no intention to do it. And it was voluntary manslaughter, not involuntary. So, I don't know exactly where I was going with that whole thing, but I think that probably for a conviction, even though I still don't think there's going to be a trial because I think he's going to have to plea out once the Odinism part was taken out because the Odinism thing was the only thing they could stand on. And I think that was a joke. It was tired to begin with. And I don't think that the defense has anything else to use as a defense for him. So Shane, you think it was botched kidnapping, but he had a kill kit? Was that to threaten? Yeah. Kristen goes like, yeah. I think there's a possibility that I don't know. I don't want to go through theories. I've had some things pop through my head. I don't really want to do that. I'm trying to be respectful to everyone. I'm not a big, I've said a number of times that I'm not a big theory guy. I try to be respectful, especially to the family, because I don't know exactly what they're going through. But Rick Allen doesn't seem like a person that's a serial killer. But he seems like he could be coerced into doing something, from what I can tell. Short in stature, probably was picked on most of his life, and he wanted to be somebody. Yep. Yeah, everybody's not when it comes to a situation like this, everybody is a suspect. But I think we've gotten to the point where if we're going after certain people, we're just going after them for glory, for sensationalism, things like that. So I try to stay away from that. We'll see. Like I said, I still don't think this is going to go to trial because I think he's pretty much has to take a plea, in my opinion. I'm no law. I'm a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law talking stuff, but I know enough. I've been around enough to know that in his situation, it would be very wise of him to accept a plea of some kind. And, of course, agreed upon by both parties, and then he would have to agree to it. So, now that we're on Delphi, like I said, there's Shane. I've seen you on. You're on all those other chats. I've seen you. I think I've seen you on Frank. I've seen Frank Meister. I've seen you on Ruckus, Guys Pounding. I think I've seen you on Ruckus. I've seen you on. I think I got a little alert there. I think I must have found the guy that's on the run in Kentucky. I told you it wasn't going to be that hard to find him. They were acting like he's running around in the woods in Canada. So Shane, Brandon, I found my first Delphi post, and it was July 11, 2017. People like me thought we had a right to Delphi, but we don't. So justice for the girls, yes. Hey James Gee, how you doing? Yeah. And like I said, I live within an hour and 10 minutes or less, and Smoke Delphi, look it up, Delphi, Indiana. All you got to do is Google search Delphi, Indiana, and it'll pop up there, unfortunately. They've done a lot to their town to try to, and I always seem like, once again, that I'm defending Delphi, Indiana, but they've done a lot to try to encourage tourism in their town, and apparently, when you Google, not apparently, when you do Google it, you will get the Delphi double homicide, unfortunately. Yeah. That's right. Smoked, it'll change your outlook. So Frank, Sleuth, Ruckus, Christie, yep. It's all about, yep. I'm on there. I usually check into all those. James Gee, what fun I'm watching this for and not the end of football games. I need to rethink my choices. I'm out of peace all. Well, good. So James, yeah, so you came in here, so you're down to it's down to 3rd and goal. and you decided to pop on here to try to watch something, and you said, "What the hell's going on?" Hey, Melissa, good seeing you on here. How are you doing this fine evening? You think James is a liberal? Why do you think James is a liberal? I don't want to get into that because it's a that's a sticky situation, and I don't really want to. I don't want to get into that, and I don't care. Liberals, conservatives, witches, saints, everybody. Now you're still here. So the Chargers beat the Raiders. So you're not wasting your time, or are you doing? You got one eye on the TV and one eye on me, sitting here in my backyard with a dingy fence. So where was I with Delphi? I think I wrapped that up. Mainly wrapped it up. Got the T and V on. I got the TV on, man. Yeah. So apparently the dude in Kentucky has been caught because I'm getting the old notifications, which I thought I shut off. Notifications from Discord that looks like he's been found, which I knew was going to happen. I think earlier in this live, I said he would be found by tomorrow morning, if not earlier. And well, it's tomorrow morning somewhere because they found him already. So any of you on here that have the ability to make it, I don't know it offhand, but the Delphi Abby and Libby Memorial Prayer Walk at the Freedom Ridge parking lot, I believe is at 1:30 Eastern Time on October 13th. It's a Sunday, and I will be there and supporting the girls, the family, and whoever else. And it should be it's the first one I'll be at. So I can't wait to go there. I want to meet a lot of people that I've talked to through the phone and the computer, and I think it'll be a good time for supporting everyone involved in it, especially the girls. Okay. So you saw Chinese. Okay, let's see. So body of a Chinese boy was found. Where was that at? China? Okay. 359,000 miles. Man, that's a lot. But yeah, I know that somebody had maybe said something to you about going there. You were talking about going to Delphi, but yeah. I might try to go live, but I'm sure there'll be lives there. Maybe I'll be on one of them. You never know. You never know what you're going to get. So that'll be fun. I mean, fun for what it is. I mean, it'll be fun because it doesn't always have to, everything doesn't always have to be sad. When people are together and doing something for the better, it can be fun. So you saw on Marv's channel about the Chinese boy. Is that what you're saying? It's creepy. Yeah, Melissa, he's in Ireland. He can tell you. My family's from Ireland. Both sides of my family. Well, like 78% Irish. Some odd number. Why, the cat must be over there now because the squirrels in that tree are PO'd. So I hope to see anybody that can, anybody that comes on here later, anybody that's talking. Most of you are on other channels that are when Jinx puts that up. So you'll see my face. Hopefully everything works out and it doesn't end up that I don't end up going there because then it would be bad because I've promoted it so much, or it's a really bad day. like weather-wise. But no matter what, I'll be there anyway. If it's bad weather, I'll be there as long as I can get there. Yeah. No, no. I work on Monday. I had to work Sunday because it was Memorial Day weekend. Switch schedules because I have to cover. It's a long story. Holiday weekends. The position I'm in that I have to cover. So I don't. I usually work. I have Sunday off. I had to work last Sunday and I had Monday off. So when's the cooking stream? Oh, Melissa, I'm not in Indiana, but Kentland, Indiana, is about 10 miles from here or more. Yeah, about 10 miles. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, I've got a half right. You were half listening. Yeah. How that happens. Yeah, no, I'm in Illinois, Melissa, and Watseka, Illinois. You can look it up on the old map, and you can locate how far I am from Delphi. You spent a lot of time when I was a kid in Monticello. Went through Delphi a number of times. Used to take old 25, which went through Delphi to get to Lafayette. Now it goes around it. Got okay. Got a lot of notifications about that. I'm assuming that's what it's about. It's the Kentucky dude that's been hiding out, the Kentucky shooter. I don't know how any of those victims are doing, but they all seem to be. I think they said they were all in stable condition, so that's good. I don't know how one guy was shot in the face, so that's amazing. That they're all. I guess that's the good part of it, if you want to look at it that way. So, just got a little George Harrison in the background. It's probably too loud, so I'm going to get a copyright strike. I get a copyright strike all the time. Last couple lives, I don't think I get a copyright strike because I play different music. I got a copyright strike on 3 or 4 lives ago, and it said it was restricted. It was hilarious. I don't know if I said this before, but it was. I can't remember which one it was playing on there, but I was restricted in Russia. And I was like, uh-oh, the Ruskies are not going to be able to hear me or see me. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I can't even remember what the song. Oh, I know what it was. It was Pharrell. I did say that. I do remember it, but you probably weren't on here, so it's new to you. I think it was Pharrell. I don't even remember what the hell song it was. So. Pearl Jam, Throw Your Arms Around Me. Love that. I don't know if what album's that on? I had my hair's all cattywampus. Had a haircut, sort of. Yeah, what album's that on? So I have 10. I have the one with the goat on it. Can't think of the name of it. And I think that one's actually a better album. Can't even think of the damn name of it. Anyway, you can tell me. Yeah, that's definitely gonna give me a copyright strike. Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame? Did you already ask me that? Listen to it later live in Indiana. So that's what you want me to listen to live. Is it uh, from a concert in Indiana? I'm assuming. If that's the case, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. We'll see how it is. Yeah, concert. What's the album with the goat on the front or the sheep? The sheep, not a goat. I don't have time to look it up now. Maybe I'll like that. Maybe I'll look that up later. You didn't you ask me about the hot chicks before? There are no hot chicks. They're all in your mind, smoked cowboy. All the hot chicks are in your mind. And if there were hot chicks on here, that'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? And what's it? And what constitutes a hot chick? Could be what you see as a hot chick could be a could be somebody that's to someone else, and somebody you think could be, man, that's a hot chick. What about then? Maybe your hot chicks are hot dudes. I don't know. I don't know what people like anymore. You've seen 50 Cent and Eminem 5 times. So Scarlett Johansson's hot. Yeah, if you like that sort of thing, she is. But if you don't, you don't. So yeah. So how was the? So how was 50 Cent and Eminem? Did they ever perform together in those 5 times? Because I've never seen that. Yeah. What time is it there, Shane? I'll be right back. You tell me what time it is. I'll be right back. So cold. So cold. It's getting cold out here. I'm definitely going to get a copyright strike now if the only thing it's playing is music. Oh, low battery, low schmattery. So, hey, from the 3021, I've seen you before on something. I don't remember, but you were on something. Good seeing you here. I think you're from Australia or something, or you claim to be, one of the two. I'm definitely going to get a copyright strike if all you could hear was music. I had to disappear. Yeah, I was really here the whole time. I just went beep, 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 beep. The witching hour. Yeah, 6 hours from me, Shane. Thought so. Because I know that it's 12:10 in London from where I'm at. So, from the 3021, who are you, by the way? Because I do remember you making a comment one time, and I accused you. I think I accused you of being Anthony Reno, but you're probably not. YouTube haven't much to be doing. They're striking tonight. Yeah, you could really, yeah. Okay, that's good because they somehow can pick it up. Damn, I got nailed on Jimmy Buffett. I got nailed on a couple other ones too. One of them I had like a list of 5 of them. Hello from the 3021. Good having you on. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm sure you have. You got to do all that stuff, don't you? Does that still work where you have to say, and please subscribe and like my channel. Like my channel and subscribe to my channel and like my video. Please. I need it. From the 3021, do you still go on Prof's channel? I think I might have been where you're driving. Are you driving to work? So that would be tomorrow. Are you driving to work tomorrow? Welcome in. Not guilty. That's what's playing right now. George Harrison's Not Guilty. He ended up being on his self-titled 1979 album George Harrison. Originally was meant to be on the Beatles' White Album, but was cut because George was always giving the old heave-ho. So if anybody's watching that's a Beatles fan, that's a little Beatles trivia for you if you didn't know it. And Not Guilty is not going to be happening when it comes to Delphi. If it does, I'll be totally stunned. And I know that there was a guy that was, I think it was a guy that was on, because it's a thing where you say you're going to eat crap out of a red Solo cup, and he bet that if the Florida State Florida State, I don't know, Florida Gators, no, Florida State Seminoles, is that right? Yeah, whatever. It's Florida. Lost to Boston College. He was going to eat some poo out of a red Solo cup. Well, Boston College won, and that dude deleted his entire Twitter X page. So maybe he didn't have to really do that. He could have just got on there and said, I'm not doing it. What are they going to do? Hunt him down? Make him eat it? Don't. All right. Brady, Crime to Sleep channel. It's Delphi. Chris, yeah, Kish asked me on for a live. I'm like, well, that's good. I was on one, and then it got nailed. I was on there with, or nailed. It got taken down. It was me and Ruckus to start. I'm pretty sure that was Kishti's. It was Crime to Sleep. I think he may be floating in the middle, possibly. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care what side he's on. I think it was him, me, and then and then Garena was on there. Um, I think Jinx ended up on there. And Noe showed up, and then there became a problem between. It was like an hour of me and Ruckus, and then after that, it was everybody else got on there, and then it became a fight between Noe and a couple of people. So I think maybe, but I don't remember. It was a fight between Noe and Greeno, and then there was some back and forth, and somebody else was on there, and I can't remember. I don't think it was Rescue All the Dogs. I don't remember. Something like that. So anyway, I was on there, and then it got taken down because Crime to Sleep, I don't think, really particularly liked it, so it went bye-bye. But, yeah, I would be on it again. I don't know how much I would add, but um, I suppose I could add something. I could give odd observations. No, I don't know. I think everybody's got an odd observation when it comes to that, so you never know. I could be on there again. I'd be glad to go on people's lives if they'd have me, but no one ever asked me, so I think Thomas Frost did, but he's on at like midnight or something my time, and I can't stay up that late because I'm old and tired. He's young and virile and ready to go. I, on the other hand, I'm interested, but yet sleepy. So, doesn't always work out. So, from the 3020, are you 3021? Are you 3021? Are you 302.1? I'm going to go with 3021. You seen mine what? My lives, or you seen me on something else? I've been on I've been on other lives you wouldn't see. I've been on Beale's lives. I'll tell Kish. You're gonna tell Kishi when speaking to him. We'll do a what about me? If you do, he'll go. I don't know who the hell the guy is. I don't remember him. I don't know. Maybe he does. So, either or 3021. How about 3021? What's 3021 means something, but I can't remember what it is. Because every time I see that, I forget to look it up, but that means something. At least here it does. I don't know. What's my favorite snack? Smoked, you're still hanging on? Good for you, my friend. Good for you. What's my favorite snack? Depends on what time of day it is. Oh, you're talking to Shane? All right. Hey, Carol. How you doing? One of my loyals from way back. Good to have you on here. So from the 3021, you were talking to Shane. You've seen him. Yeah, because Shane's been on a lot of things. Back to my favorite snack. I'm giving you my opinion on my favorite snack. Depends on what time of day it is. Could be cheese. Could be cheese and crackers. Lame. Could be cookies. Could be carrot cake. Could be ice cream. You never know. You know, because I had ice cream. I went through a kick of salted caramel ice cream. I might have to get some now that I think about it. Kind of miss that. I wonder how it's doing. Maybe I got some in there. I have to look. I know I got cookies in there. Just big fat. Oh man, big old frosting on those cookies. Oh man, good. So what's going on? They haven't caught the I-75 guy yet. They're shutting down active search ignite for now. Okay. Okay. I didn't know it was coming over that, so thanks for the update, Lorelei. I assume I'm saying Lorelei right. Lorelei like um, the band. Can't think of them now. I can be one giant brain fart. It's amazing. You're more, yeah, Sticks, correct. Thank you. All I can think of is Dennis DeYoung. And the band's not called Dennis DeYoung. Lorelei. Well, then I must have been reading something else, or they were all talking on there. But I got on Discord because I was encouraged by Jinx about a month or so ago when I finally did it a few days ago. So I have a Discord channel. I don't really know what to do with it, but I have one. I'm still trying to figure it out. So you're thinking about cooking pizza rolls. Totino's pizza rolls. I'm assuming that that's what you're going to cook. Totino's pizza rolls. I don't know of any other pizza rolls, but those I know exist, so those will probably be good for you. Watch those calories, you don't want to get fat. Everyone is setting up Discord. I've known about Discord for a while, but I stayed off of it because I didn't exactly understand it, because I thought it was just like a group of people that got in there and then they just talked about a bunch of crap, which apparently they do, but I thought it was, I don't know what I was expecting out of it. So far what I've seen, it seems very basic and relatively safe, and like any other social media website. So we'll see where it goes. It's still confusing to me. So you like Snickers ice cream? I don't know. Maybe. Ted, man, I'm yawning like Randy always used to yawn on his when I watched him all the time. Now he does readings, and I try to watch those. He's into the Yerps. Um, that's Randy Gravett. You haven't seen Randy Gravett? Check him out. He's responsible for the Delphi walk. He's a good guy. From what I know, I don't know him personally. I hope to meet him soon. Anyway, and I screwed it up. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it seems interesting. And I'm assuming it's about food. There's a lot of fractions going on, or percentages, I should say. Well, apparently the cat's out of the neighborhood because the squirrel's not squawking anymore. Squirrel over here is not squawking. We need a name for the cat that showed up in our neighborhood. We got him a house out there. That was one I put together the other day. And that was on the... I didn't share any other pictures other than the instructions that were very strange. Screwdriver was hammer, hammer was screwdriver. But I figured it out. It took me 3 hours, but no, it didn't. Anyway, it's a cat house. It's up on our front porch, which will be nice because we have a cat that was, I believe, was dropped off because they didn't want him anymore because he has a bad eye and a bad ear. I think he's old, so. Ooh. Yeah, I could name my cat Randy Trout. Maybe I'll name it Randy. Yeah, I miss Randy. I don't know why Randy doesn't do his shows. I got back on there because I got knocked out by somebody. I don't think he had anything to do with it. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I think I'm back in there. So I follow all of his different channels. So, and those that know him and know what his channels are. Yeah, we just put. My wife just put Nancy just put the house out today, and he hasn't made it. He's eaten, but I don't know if he's went any yet. But it's pretty sweet. Got him a little rug in front. Got his little food bowls. Our front little, I don't know if you want to call it a porch. It's somewhat of a porch. So he's covered. So he's got his house and the covered front. So he has a maid. He's definitely an older guy. So I believe he's fixed for sure. Yeah. You know, Randy reading his novels. He read the Bible, and he did all of his Titanic stuff too. He does his Bible verses, which I think he still does. Yeah, but if that's what he likes to do, I think. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you do, Carol. I'm glad you do, because Randy always seemed like a good guy, and he's been my most popular video on there. I referenced him because I think I learned a lot from him because I wasn't really familiar with the trail, and I think I started to watch him. I think him and Gray Hughes are the first ones I watched. I don't have I haven't watched a Gray Hughes video or live or whatever in years. So really, yeah. Cause see, I think people, cause we had another cat that was out here the other night hanging around. The gray cat just showed up, and I said, I told Nancy that I think people are dropping their cats in in front of our house, but could just be me, which is fine. We'll take care of them. But Randy, yeah. So I watched Randy, and Randy kind of got me a little bit interested. I know he lives close, and I know where he lives, and I know he's in contact with family members and what have you. So I always figured he was a decent and reliable source, and he always seemed like a good guy. Yeah, and I watched Greeno back when he did stuff too. Then I watched Cat, the guilty extremists. They're still the worst. Which one of the that he's guilty extremist? I don't know if there's guilty extremist, but there's people that think he's guilty. You're either guilty or not. I don't know if anybody's extreme about it. Yeah, I watched Michael Cat, and he unfortunately passed away. Watched him. I did watch Greeno some of the time. He's had the many iterations of Anthony Greeno, many channels. 3021. You're not Anthony Greeno, are you? You never know. You never know. I'm just kidding you. I'm trying to think of who else I watched in the early days. So you take care of animals too. I have a rescue cat now too. She's named Zoe. My last butterfly video, the song that's on there is called Love. It's by the group Zoe, and they're Mexican. Pro prosecution extremists, perhaps. I don't know. I watched Greedo and Casey occasionally, but it seems to me like Greeno just is taking on that channel over. I think it's just the way Greeno is. I mean, I watch everybody with a grain of salt still, but there's some reliable ones. There's some people that I think are honest purveyors, and some that are just trying to make money. So back to the I don't think there's any extremists. It's either you think someone's guilty or you don't. And I think Richard Allen is guilty. He's definitely guilty of something. Sean Harmon and Ron Logan. Sean Harmon, I remember watching videos of him. Isn't he? Didn't he pass away? I believe. Thought his dad was bridge guy, and not party at Ron Logan's. Party at Ron Logan. Party at Ron Logan's. Like there's approximately 2 months left, and my advice is to watch the correct channels now or end up in a loony bin. Yeah. Don't watch too much of it either. Don't watch too much of it. If you watch too much of it, you get, you get, you get all loopy in the head. So, yeah. Watch everything with a grain. I say grain of salt. Watch everything with a grain of salt. Just keep an open mind and don't get so wrapped up in it. It's not your day you shouldn't wake up in the morning with that on your mind. And if you do, you do. That's telling me my phone's dying on me. I don't know why. Because anyway, just when I'm trying to talk about something, my phone tells me I got 10% left. I'm getting sleepy. If your day totally revolves around Delphi, then you probably need another hobby. I mean, it's great that you're concerned about it, but you should have other things going on in your life. Just my opinion. Not opinion. Yep, that's right, Shane. That's right. Let it flow, let it flow. Let it blossom, let it grow. The sun, the wind, the rain, and snow. Love is lovely. Let it flow. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm like Snow. I'm like Noe. I'm singing on the old channel. Today you watched football in the U.S. Open. So you like the U.S. Open, huh? Tennis? Are they like down to the finals? And you're from Georgia, I think. So you watched the Falcons? Is the Falcons the one that beat the Colts? So you were in a pub in Ireland. I believe I met a couple from Indiana. They couldn't believe I knew about the... That's funny. That's a small world. Don't you know that? It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. It's a small world, especially with the internet. Where I'm at right now. What time is it? What time is it in the old Central Time Zone? 6:34. I like to do about it. I do like to do about an hour and a half. If you do anything shorter than that, then no one's going to watch it, are they? Commercials. So many commercials. Soccer's your thing. Yeah, it's like soccer or rugby soccer. Rugby's football, but to me it's, yeah, I guess. So soccer. Soccer has actually gotten a little bit bigger in the United States. At least around here, it took forever. I think the high school here has a soccer team, finally, I believe. I don't know. I've been out of high school for years, so I don't know. Football, soccer. That didn't help me at all. So is it rugby soccer? We call it football. So you call soccer football, right? And rugby's what? Rugby? Rugby is closer to football in the U.S. You know, you've seen it. It's not like you don't have a TV and a satellite. What's going on over there in the old U.S.? What do they got going on? Rugby is called rugby, right? Maybe I'll have a special show on what are sports called in the United States and what are they called in other countries, or what are other country sports called in the United States. What is tennis called in Ireland? Tennis? Do you know if pickleball popular there? So you adore it, yes, but I'm still a Dolphins fan. Yes, Falcons lost. The Falcons lost, so they obviously didn't play the Colts because I saw the Colts lost. And I know that Thomas Frost was at the Colts game. Italy won, so Italy won the no, Italy won what? You got a sport called hurling. Isn't that the what's fast? Is it hurling? Is it like throwing people or throwing up? Um, or is it a real sport? So the Falcons lost. So who won? So who won the U.S. Open? The U.S. Open was won by an Italian. So I have to look up hurling. Yeah. So the U.S. Open. So I have to look up hurling. Is it a hurling a real sport? Yeah. I guess I'll look it up. It sounds from just from the description of just from the name of hurling, it sounds like it could be very interesting. Sticks and ball. What's no? Isn't that the one where you hit the paddle, or it's I don't know, all those rich people play and believe he's guilty, but to shun any don't to get emotional when questions are asked and to go shaping every little thing to be evidence of guilt is extreme. I suppose if that's how you look at it. Hey, if you don't think Richard Allen is guilty, that's fine. I'm not changing lacrosse. No, lacrosse is that it? Is that where you hit with the paddle? Anyway, 30-21. If you believe he's innocent, that's fine. I mean, there's I suppose there's things in there that might be questionable. It depends on how, but then you start to launch off into areas that just are not plausible because you have to go when you go with the facts and what's in front of you. Here's your facts and here's your case. If you think something else is connected going off in here, those are all different cases. And those are that takes you into too many different directions, and that's not where you're at. You're supposed to be right in concise with this case. And when I see the case as it is, as it's laid out, he seems to be pretty much guilty to me, but we'll see. You know what hurling is? I believe it's part of the Scottish games. Well, I'll have to check it out. Lacrosse isn't that lacrosse where you throw the ball and no, that's high lie. No, lacrosse is a ball thing too. Yeah, it's all about delivery. It's all about delivery from who can make it sound more convincing. It's easier to throw suspicion out there and to go into what I call conspiracy theories, a broad sense. You can you can have all kinds of wild, extreme, if you want to say extreme, or wild ideas that you can attach to it by one little thing that seems odd that somebody says. It's real easy to do that. But you just got to go with the facts. And if you want to go, if you're going with the facts, you have to go with the facts and take it where it leads you. And I'm not going to get into anything where I think, oh yeah, well, this guy said this one day, and this cop said this one day, and law enforcement said this, and the lawyer said this, and prosecution said this, he said this. I can go all over the place all day long, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be pulled into that. I used to think that. I used to be a big conspiracy guy about 35 years ago, but I gave up on it because it leads you nowhere. Because all the conspiracies I thought were most definitely true all turned out to be wrong. So it is what it is. And there's nothing against you, nothing against any of you. 30-21. Nothing against you personally. So, hey, Carol, I've never seen people take sports more seriously than Ireland and the UK. Yeah. Isn't that all I got? Oh, come on. That's not nice. Okay, 30, what'd you say? No, I don't. 40, 60 guilty, but I'm not going to pretend it's a solid case. Yeah. And they got to prove it. They got to prove it. Prosecution has to prove it. Could be tough, but I don't think it's going to be that tough. Because the defense is going to come in there and try to pick apart the prosecution's case, which is typically what happens, but they've got nothing to go back on. They can't come in and go, well, Odinism. Because the Odinism part was 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 dumb to begin with, in my opinion. But my opinion amounts to nothing in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, the sports and no, when I don't disagree with that. I've never said that, and it's both ways. It goes both ways. There seems to be hard. It's kind of like left and right. You're either hard left, you're hard right. There's never an in between. Shane. A lot of people that believe he's guilty have blinkers on because they're one and end. I find the guilty facts very extreme. Well, yeah, I suppose you do. Especially if you're not convinced he's guilty, you're probably going to think it's extreme. Just like the other side that thinks maybe he's innocent, thinking that that I'm not saying you, but people that think he's innocent think that everyone's innocent. That is what I'm calling that part of the extreme, if you know what I mean. If you know what I'm getting at, people think that everyone is innocent because most of the time they think the cops are all shady. Law enforcement is always up to something. They're always the bad guys. They're always setting somebody up. In 2024, if you're believing that law enforcement is setting people up and putting innocent people in jail left and right, then you probably got you got a pretty bad outlook on most things in a civilized society. And I'm not saying any of you think that, but some people do, because some people really have a hard on for law enforcement. They're always thinking that they're up to something, and it's sorry. I'm sorry that people think that, because once law enforcement's gone, you're living in a world that's going to be pretty effed up. You don't have to apologize for anything, really. 30, 21. I don't care what your opinions are. Yeah, and there's plenty of opinions. Shane? Would you like to hear my opinion on people eating poop out of a red Solo cup? I discussed that earlier. No, Johnny Hubbers. Johnny Hubbers must be a flyer inner. Folks who pay 150 a ticket for WWE style athletics. I don't know. Does that go longer? I can't see it. Dot dot dot. Man, I'm happy to have everybody on here. I don't care what your opinion is. I'm happy to have you on here. I'm not going to kick you off unless you tell me that I'm an idiot. And then I'll go, I'm listening. You have a point. So, whenever I'm on here, I'm happy to have any of you. I don't kick you off here unless, well, Jinx likes to kick people off when she's on here. But she always gets on here when there's like a lot of people that asking me what my favorite color is and start talking stupid things and make it wrap this up officially. And I'm glad that you joined. Hopefully you will ignore the crap in the center there, or the towards the end. I think it was stuck on me saying something about vulgar, which was kind of funny. Vulgar, but I remember vulgar. It sounds like the inner groove to the end of Sergeant Pepper's album. If you ever get a chance to listen to that. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. I may eventually do one in here. Probably going to have to, because it's going to get cold soon. So I'm going to be stuck inside. I'm going to have a little fancy setup in here to do lives, even though I like doing them outside. So until then, I guess thank you for joining me, and thanks for participating in that. I know we had a good thing going there. I was getting into some details, but my damn phone died and left me hanging and made me look like an idiot. But
until next time, we'll have to do this better. We'll make sure the phone's working fine and everything should be hunky dory. Until then, I will see you next time. And thank you for joining me. Bye. 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 Bye.